We had quite a week.
Very good week, yes.
A lot going on. We were up in Sedona, right?
Yes.
Sedona and...
Doing the MIT, Master in Training course.
MIT, not the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
But it is Master in Training course.
Master in Training. I remember the first time I heard about that course, I thought that people were going to go to college in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And then I thought, why are they doing that if they're interested in yoga and Tai Chi and meditation?
Yes, so instead of that, it is Master in Training.
Yes, Master in Training. Now I realize that.
So there is a course to, grow people into the instructor of body and brain.
The instructor is called a master, huh?
Right.
Not just instructor.
Yes, because the mastership begins from myself.
Aha. Very important, because master sometimes has a few connotations that are not as attractive.
As in what?
As in master and slave.
Oh,
So,
I see.
Which is really interesting, because it's fundamentally about mastership of controlling other people or controlling things. We don't like that. That's not such a good history.
Nobody likes it.
But actually, can we really control the world or other people? Can we change them even if we want to?
Actually, there are only one person that we can change.
Who's that?
Myself.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mastership. So, can we really control anyone else?
Actually, there's only one person that we can change.
Who's that?
Myself.
Ah, I agree.
Right. So without being able to master and control my emotions and my thought and my body, how can you influence other people?
Right.
That is why body and brain instructors should take this Master in Training course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And our Master in Training course is pretty cool because it's very much devoted to the development of self-mastery.
And very intense.
And very intense.
Yeah. Spiritually and mentally very intense.
Spiritually, mentally, physically.
And physically challenging, yes.
It's challenging. I think there's a lot of physical trainings out there that are much more intense than this.
Right, yes.
So, but really all three, mind, body, and spirit, all of them get tested.
Yes, yes. So ultimately we need to be able to control these three things to enhance the quality of our life.
I totally agree. A friend of mine once said that at every moment we are strengthening some habit.
Every moment.
Every moment.
Oh.
And we think, oh, when I decided to wake up early and go for a jog, or when I decided to go on a diet, I'm obviously making a habit. But even when we give up on those things, we're also making a habit.
Oh, at the time making a habit of?
We're making a habit of giving up.
Giving up, right.
So every action, whether it's proactive or inactive, is strengthening some habit.
Right, so our brain always wants to do something and then learning something.
Always doing something. I think a lot of neuroscientists, when they look at the resting brain, they say that there's almost exactly the same amount of brain activity when we are resting, not focusing on something, as when we are actively concentrating.
Even if you're not doing anything.
Even if you're not doing anything, you're watching TV, your brain is really working hard to create a habit or create reality.
Yeah. So that's why people say that don't put your brain in a default mode.
Yeah, we don't want to stay in default mode.
No. Because our brain is wired negatively. So when you do...
The animal brain.
Yeah, when you don't do anything, you will tend to become negative.
Why is that?
For example, let's say that you hear a very big sound outside. Then what do you think?
What's wrong?
What's wrong, right?
Something just happened. Yeah, it's probably not good.
Right. But that sound can be a very good thing. A big bunch of money can fall down to the ground.
From the sky. Maybe
from the sky.
From an airplane?
Who knows?
Yeah, I haven't had that happen yet, but I believe it's possible.
Not to me either. But my point is that it can be a good thing.
It could be.
We first instinctively said, oh, it can be a bad thing.
You know what that makes me think of? It makes me think of all the animal instincts that we still retain in our brains and how much they influence the way we feel about daily life.
A lot, maybe, right?
And yet, intellectually, the reality is we're not, thankfully in this country, for most of us, we're not in imminent danger most of the day from wild animals or from natural disasters. Actually, people are kind of the most dangerous part.
That is right.
Of our lives.
Yeah.
But our brains are still operating with a lot of these animal fears.
Yeah, because our brain has evolved for millions of years.
Millions of years to keep us alive.
Keep us alive. And then thanks to our brain's negative function in default mode, we are still alive.
Right, that default mode. But these days, our default mode tends to get us in just as much trouble as it ever helps us.
Right, because before then, at that time, our biggest fear can be predators like lion.
Or giant prehistoric birds.
Or tiger.
Yes.
But these days, they are not our threat anymore.
No.
Instead of that, how about traffic ticket?
How about negative comments on my YouTube page?
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, terrible, terrible. Life or death.
Yeah. Or, coming across of your ex.
Ooh, very difficult.
Yeah.
Or how about they don't have your favorite meal, food prepared at the restaurant?
Oh, that's very bad.
It's not on the menu. Oh,
yeah.
That's tough.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why we need to change our habit and change our how we use our brain. But we have habit. We have certain pattern of evolution of human how we use our brain.
You know what else we have besides the negative safety habits?
What is that?
We also have energy saving mode.
Energy saving mode.
Our brains
huge.
easily go into energy saving mode when we're a little upset or when we're tired.
How is it happen?
Energy saving mode. I remember you saying something about energy saving mode when we were in New Zealand a few years ago.
What is that?
I think we did fasting. We only did fasting for about 6 hours.
Oh.
Barely longer than one meal. We were fasting, and then suddenly everybody went into energy saving mode.
Oh.
They stopped talking as much, they didn't smile as much, they just kind of went through the motions. And you said, wow, I see all of your brains are in energy saving mode now.
You remember that very well. Yes, now you call to me.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And I think it was only about 6 hours. we had just had the information in our brains that we weren't going to eat lunch or something.
That information is the one that makes us feel more hungry.
But a lot of people I've known, and myself too, when you actually do fasting or anything that's a little bit challenging to your habits, it can give you a lot more energy.
That's right.
If your information is supportive.
Yes. So everything is the mastering the information. Everything goes to the mastership and the leadership. The true leadership begins from the self.
Right.
Yeah. And then that is why people who want to commit themselves to become a master of their life, they are the ones who came to the MIT training. Master in training.
Yeah, all different ages, all different backgrounds, and maybe physical ability levels.
Right.
But the one thing that they all shared was the desire to be the master of their lives and to share their love and their energy with others.
Right. They have sense of mission.
Sense of mission. And it's so interesting. I think it's fair to say, a lot of people, when they look at somebody who's living for mission, they say, wow, that person really thinks this is important.
Right.
Why do they think that way?
Yes.
And they think it's something that they've been taught, or they just have a certain belief system. But interestingly, there's a tradition of talking about mission related to love.
Yes. Yeah. So there are levels of love, and then this is connected with the mission based on the wisdom tradition of Tao.
Wisdom tradition of Tao. And what are these levels of love?
Yeah, actually the most basic level is kind of something that even animals do. It's like romantic love.
Animal level of love. Okay.
Animal, yeah.
So we know physical attraction and love.
Yes. Yeah. It is beautiful. Without that, we will not be in existence.
How about and what's that called?
It is
that level of love.
It is love.
It is
There's
love.
no name for that.
There's no name for that one. I can think of a couple names for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, moving on.
Right. So there is the level before the level.
Okay, so you're talking about just physical connection.
Yeah, because we don't call it a mission. It is our physical attraction. It's not a mission. Without sense of mission, you instinctively you are attracted to different gender or same gender.
Yeah, but it's important, right?
Right, it is important.
It's natural and strong and important.
Right, we need it.
Okay, so that's the basic level.
Right, but as a human being, we should not stay at that level. We need to go steps further.
And we do.
Right.
And that very naturally, we go beyond just physical desire.
Right.
I mean, some people probably spend a little bit longer in that stage where they're just going from one to the other physical desire, but most people eventually mature beyond that stage.
Right, most of us do. So first level is called Hyo.
Ah, so this is the first level above that.
Yes, it is Hyo.
Hyo.
It is filial piety.
Filial piety, so kind of family
love for your parents.
Love for your parents.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah, love for your parents.
Very natural.
Very natural, because you return the favor that you have received.
Aha.
So, in average, 3 or 4 years after we are born, we are not potty trained.
Uh-huh.
We pee and we poop
Uh-huh.
whenever we want.
3 or 4 years?
Wherever we want.
I see. Is that, I don't have the experience. Is that about when people become potty trained? Age 3 or 4?
I think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're just guessing here. You can leave comments below.
Right.
Let us know.
Yeah. And then when they have this basic instinct, when it's same as too. When we have that kind of basic instinct, then our only communication tool, that was before we were able to talk. So whenever we have some basic instinct, what do we do?
Cry.
We cried.
Yeah.
Even 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 2 a.m.,
Oh yeah, definitely.
3 a.m.
Yes.
We cried a lot.
What a life.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if we could just do that?
Yeah.
Not so complicated. And somebody would come take care of us.
But our mother, mysteriously, with the same sound of crying, they came to us and then looked into our face and they knew exactly what we needed.
Right.
So they gave us food.
No, this crying is hungry.
Yeah.
This crying needs to change the diaper.
Yeah. So we received lots of grace from our parents, and then later we need to return the favor.
And this is natural, and this is Hyo.
This is Hyo.
This is Hyo. And then that kind of, probably at the age of childhood, that sets the mission.
Yes.
That love sets the mission commonly for most children.
Uh-huh.
What is the mission for most children?
Love.
Get the love.
Yes.
Give the love and get the love from their
Right.
parents. So get the approval, get the recognition, get the security. Yeah, very natural. All those things. But that's not the only level of love.
Yeah, the second level is not only about their family members, but they need to go one step further to the community or the group they belong to or the country.
So that's a bigger love.
Bigger love. And it is called Chung.
Choong.
Chung. There's loyalty. Very good pronunciation.
Oh, well, thank you. I've had a good teacher.
Yeah, have you learned Korean?
Yeah, working on it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
So there's called Chung. This means loyalty.
Choong, the love that's associated with loyalty.
Yes.
So that could be like a patriotic
Kind
of love or
then,
a communal
national
love.
hero. Yes.
And this is also very natural.
That is very natural. But,
Yeah.
it is not easy to see this kind of people in many cases.
Interesting, because there can be conflicts between family love and the love of the country or community.
Exactly.
Sometimes, ideally they work together, but sometimes there's moments when you have to choose one or the other.
Right.
Do I do something for the common good?
Yeah.
Or do I do something for myself and my loved one, my family? Yeah, it's a tough choice.
Yeah. At that time, what is your choice?
What is
that is
your choice?
important.
So some people, I think we could say, some people have matured this love
Right.
clearly enough that they see the common good is the priority.
Right.
If the town, the country that I live in is not healthy and safe and harmonious, then even if I really love my family, can I take care of them? If my town
No, not really take care of them.
is really out of control.
Right.
So a lot of people, when their love sense matures, it's not just logical. Eventually they see, I need to be someone who takes care of my community.
Right. So that priority setting is really important.
Priority. If I put my first priority as family above all else, I won't compromise anything for that, then sometimes I'm not going to be able to do something for the community.
Right. So for the family members, you may be a good son or a good father or a good mother, but in a broader sense, it is not good. For example, family A work like that, and also people in family B only think about their family. And what if all the family think about their own family, then what will happen to the community?
Then obviously the community is not as strong. So this is a natural kind of expansion of love
Right.
and consciousness.
Yes.
And it has a lot of good effects.
Yes, yes.
But it's not the end.
It's
not the highest level.
It is not the end. So actually we should go one step further because, love for the country, loyalty is really important.
Important, yeah.
But for example, I'm from Korea,
Yes.
South Korea.
South Korea.
Did you know that there's two Koreas?
I did know that,
Yeah.
and I know that the other one is North Korea.
Yes, exactly. How do you know that?
Well, South and North.
Wow,
I
yes.
took a wild guess.
Yes.
I don't know. Is there an East Korea?
No.
I'm joking. I know there's no East Korea.
Yeah.
Japan? No.
No. So there is two Koreas, but these days very good amicable atmosphere is flowing through the
Getting
countries. They're getting better.
Mhm.
But several decades ago, there was a big war, Korean War.
Yeah.
And then there were lots of people who love their countries, but the love for the country, two countries, conflict each other.
The love for the country or the love for one religion
Love for one religion.
can result in a lot of suffering when the
Yes.
conflicts occur between that religion and a different religion, or
Right.
that country and a different country, or that
Yes.
race and a different race.
Uh-huh.
But fundamentally, at some level, it's just love and care for your own community that's starting the process,
Right.
and then you're defending yourself. What we can see today is in our global society that loyalty
Yes.
to your country and your tribe is not enough to create peace and harmony.
Right. So, loyalty to country is good, and then loyalty to a certain religion is very good. But what if we respect other religion too?
Equally,
What if-
fundamentally that somehow it's okay that we can respect them equally.
Right. But more often than not, these days, people love their religion too much, and then not as much as their other religions.
Right. So what kind of love could actually make that work?
So there's a third level of love.
The third level.
Yeah, that is called Do
Do.
or Tao.
The famous
Yeah.
Tao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Do is the love for all humanity,
All humanity.
love for the earth.
And the earth, all life.
Yes.
So some human beings mature to that level
Yes.
naturally.
Right.
It's not just up here, it's actually inside of us already. And when they mature to that level, then their identity changes, right?
Their identity changes. So
I'm a part of all life.
right. So it is like when you see something happen. For example, when you have illness in your body, then you feel, oh, this is urgent.
Yes.
Just like that, when you have something bad happen in your family member,
Right.
you feel something.
Right.
Just like that, when you see something for the country, when something happened for the earth, humanity, then you feel like, oh, it's mine.
Yes.
What should I do about this?
Wow.
I need to take care of this. So sense of responsibility.
Sense of responsibility. And you know what that makes me think of? So much power.
So much power.
In the beginning, children, young adults,
Right.
when something happens to their body, they focus on taking care of it so much, and there's so much energy. And then when people have a family, they can do amazing things to take care of their family. You've probably heard the stories of a mother lifting up a car,
Yes.
lifting a car
Right.
with her arms to save a child who got
Right.
stuck underneath.
Yes.
And then people who do that for their country, you've heard of people who do amazing things, sacrifice or courage,
Right.
and they just do it because they have the love for the country. And then the idea that we can mature to the point where we get that kind of mission and power because we feel the love for the whole earth.
Right. So think about that. When you have the power to yourself, then there's a certain amount.
Certainly.
And the example of the mother lifting up the car,
Yeah.
the bigger.
Right.
And then the people who love the country is even bigger.
Right.
Then guess about the third level of love.
That
People
highest level.
Who love the earth, people who love the humanity.
What incredible power.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually we learn this in our school, ethics.
Uh-huh.
But, more often than not, the education stays at the intellectual level, knowledge.
Which is very different from the maturing love
Yes.
that actually changes our consciousness.
Right. So if you know that by information,
Uh-huh.
knowledge, will it have power?
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Really different. You can see it when somebody really has that love, or when they just kind of think about it. It's different.
Right. So the real education should be, something that make people feel it. Yeah, deeply feel it. So that is something that we need to do.
That is very, very important. So from the love, we naturally have a mission.
Right.
And when we have a mission, that also kind of becomes our identity.
Right.
So some examples of this kind of love creating identity is things like when people get married.
Get married.
And then that love gives them a purpose and a new identity.
Exactly.
And when people have kids, that love creates a new purpose,
that
mission.
Is when everything totally changes.
And everything totally changes. And that creates a new identity. And then that new identity creates a whole new lifestyle.
Whole new lifestyle, the priority is totally changed and everything.
Habits, activities, where you focus, all of that changes because of the new identity.
New identity.
So love leads to that new identity, new habits, and that leads to mastery.
That leads to mastery.
You become a master of whatever you truly love.
Yeah. So to have the real mastery, we need to keep practicing.
Oh yeah.
We need to keep focusing and keep going.
That's why we are masters in training. How long have you been a master in training?
This year is my 24 years.
24 years? I'm halfway there. I'm 12 years in a master in training.
But still I believe myself as a master in training.
Me too.
Yeah. I think it's keep going. I think this is my whole life. Keep refining myself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also in previous episode we mentioned that see life as a piece of art. Masterpiece.
Your life is your creation.
Right. So as we refine ourselves, as we keep building up our mastery, we can create our life as an art. Because there's no perfection in art.
That's right.
Yeah.
Constant creation, work in progress.
Yes.
So we hope you've enjoyed this talk.
Yes.
And we'll be back soon with another podcast and some more, hopefully, interesting topics for you.
Please leave your comments and let us know what you think.
And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. We're going to be doing a lot more this year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.